Arizona Cardinals, ATL Falcons, Ravens out of Baltimore, this tailgate's jumping. Bills still from Buffalo, I bet they loving this heat. Panthers from the Carolinas, Bengals, Cincinnati. Dog pound in the house, repping Cleveland, Ohio. Denver on the scene, and they repping them Broncos. The weather beautiful, it ain't a cloud in the sky. I see them Lions, Titans, and Bears, oh my.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
Green Bay tailgating, yelling go pack go. LA Rams, LA Chargers, Indianapolis Colts. Kansas City celebrating like it's the Super Bowl. Houston, Texas came deep and fired up the grill. Briskets, baby back, this just got real. Jacksonville Raider fans, all love, no hating. Miami Dolphins, Minnesota, New England Patriots. This is epic, all teams 32 tailgating.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
New York came through, both Giants and Jets. Trash talking done started, both sides placing bets. New Orleans Saints set up shop like we on Bourbon Street. It's so nice to see the Washington football team. Philadelphia Eagles came through with the game. 49ers showing out, representing the Bay. Police showed up to make sure we was straight. They gave us love and respect, and we made them play. Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the AFC, the NFC, man, they all up in here. Black and yellow on repeat from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies shaking pom-poms, tailgating cheerleaders. The DJ on 5 playing all the hits, man. Everyone here, this tailgate mad lit. Dallas Cowboys showed up and they was deep as flow. They was chatting, dance, stepping, yelling, Cowboy up!
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
Good morning, everybody. You know it's the best part of waking up, and as delivered, we are live bright and early. So wakey, wakey, rise and shine, baby. I got the man, the myth, the legend on the line with us today. Big Val, how you doing up there in the Big Apple, my cowboy cousin?
Oh, we doing good up here. We just relaxing, chilling, having a good time.
That's good, man. I like your chain. You know, I think we shop at the same jeweler. I see you over there, baby. You know what I mean? I love the shirt, man. Always a classy touch. Y'all see what he's repping over there in the Big Apple, right?
Yeah, we got to represent.
That's what's up. Let's give some shout outs. We got some folks rolling with us today. We got Stephon Vinny, the supporter. Good morning. We got the prototype checking in. Hey, Sarah, appreciate you checking in. Everybody gonna have to stay tuned. We're gonna have Sarah on the show here come next week. Good morning, Foxy Fran. Always tuning in. See you checking in. There's my brother from another mother. What up, Harold? I see you, baby supporter, Navy vet right there. Appreciate you tuning in. That's the man with all the bets. So if you need to know about a sports book, get with my man Harold right there. We got Top Fan Ty in the building. Good morning, her and the prototype. Always rolling thick as thieves. See you guys out there. Hey, we got Dr. M on the line. Good morning. We got a Dr. M on the line. And it wouldn't be a show without who else other than the Facebook user. We always have at least one Facebook user on here, Val. So, you know, they say they got no picture on here. They hadn't registered with StreamYard. So
already we always got
wouldn't be a show without a Facebook user. And it's got some new names here. Travis Burnett, how you doing? See you tuning in this morning. Yes, that's right, Dr. M. We are twinsies, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So let's get to the meat of the show already, man. You guys know the deal. If you're watching, I need to share on your timeline. Help the extended Cowboy Cousin family grow here. I got a very important Cowboy cousin. You've seen him on Telemundo, especially on my Cowboys Primos and Primas. You've seen him on NBC and on the Fox pregame show. I got the man that actually creates these lids that I bought from him earlier this year, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, man. What's it like up there in the Big Apple for you so far? I think you said this is your first time.
Yeah, this is my first time out here. I mean, we're out here having a good time representing them boys. You know, gotta have them boys on my back the whole time. You know, I represent. But you know,
Right,
they're
right,
showing us
right.
love out here. They're showing us love out here. I thought it was gonna be different, but any city I go to, it's the same thing. They show us love.
Right. We got Street Team Amy on the line. We see you, Street Team. How you doing? So, hey, I know you. I noticed you were. I seen some pictures you posted this morning. You were out there roaming the streets of NYC. How has they been? Have they been receptive to the cowboy hat? Have you gotten some comments on that or anything? You seen anybody else with your hat out there yet?
Oh yeah, I was wearing it yesterday. You know, everybody's saying "Go Cowboys." You know, when they see the hat and everything. You know, but I guess all the cowboy folks are showing up today because there weren't many out there yesterday. It was too cold. They didn't have no cowboy gear on. But you know, I still have my cowboy jacket on because I represent wherever I go.
Right. Now, I've seen a few of my cowboy cousins out there, so I know there's a handful of them out there partaking already. But you're right. I think a lot of them will be getting out there today. I think some of them were concerned about the news about some of the games being canceled. I know me and you kind of briefly talked about that. You said that game is still on schedule, even though they've canceled some games that were scheduled for today. But enough of that. Let's talk about your hats, man. How long have you been making these hats, and what actually got you started into making these types of hats?
Oh, well, I got started about 5 years ago. I walked in, like I said on the news, I walked into the store, saw a hat. I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, see what I could do with it. Went to my boy, got some stencils, and did my first hat with some spray paint. And I liked the way it came out. And my boy started liking it, so I started spray painting some more. And then that's when I met Anita. And I walked into her room, and she's like, had this machine and everything. I'm like, you have this machine? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, let's put it to work. And then she showed me how to use it and everything, and then it just took off from there. And she's been showing me some of even the stuff I don't know yet. She still shows me some of that stuff, and I'm like, that's a bet because you know it helps out. And I got my sister and her daughter helping me doing hats now, so it's kind of speeding up the process too.
Yeah, I know, man. You were featured on Telemundo, so we got some bilingual folks on here. Dr. M, we see you. You know, the Cowboys just announced, you know, the NFL has divvied up the rest of the globe and said that the Cowboys have the Mexico market per se. So all our Cowboys cousins, you know, primos and primas down there, I know that's right up your alley because I watched even though I don't understand Spanish, I watched the Telemundo piece and I seen that machine that you're talking about. I was wondering, like, how do you get all of these hats like so detailed? But they actually, it's a machine you said that prints out the decals, right? And you tear them off, put them on, and spray paint it and tear them off. Is that essentially kind of how it works?
Yeah, pretty much, but you still got to know where you're going to spray the blue, the black, and the grays and all that. You know, it's not just about putting the sticker on there and it's done. I mean, it's still a process to put the sticker on there. It takes time. And that's what takes the most time is putting all the stencils on there because once the stencils are done and the design is done, then I got to go back and think about how am I going to spray this hat? Am I going to do it blue here, blue there? And, you know, it's just a little process. But doing so many hats now, I just grab a hat, look at it. 5 seconds later, I'm spraying it, you know.
Right. I seen you there with your airbrush pen, man. It's such attention to detail. Like, I mean, did you teach yourself that? How did you get into airbrushing? You know, I know you said you started out with stencils. So for some folks that are maybe watching today, we got a lot of creative cowboy cousins out in the fan base. Did you already know how to airbrush or how did you learn how to do that? Did you teach yourself?
Oh no, I learned on my own airbrushing. You know, I went to a little local hardware store. They had some airbrushes there for like $25. So it's like I bought a couple, and I messed up a few. I mean, I've been through some airbrushes where I didn't know how to clean them out, but I learned how to do that now. So my airbrushes are lasting a little bit longer. And I mean, just playing with it little by little, I just learned how to do a little bit more details with them, and it just took off.
Right. Like I said, you know, and it comes like me with blogging and this video stuff, like, you know, experience is the best teacher of all. And so what year did you actually get started on the hats? I don't know if we touched on that yet.
Yeah, like I said, it was about 5 years ago. It's like here and there, but it was about 5 years
2016.
ago when I first started. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. So how long does it actually take you to make one now? Let's say like when you started, how long did it take? And like you said, within 5 minutes you're painting now. How long does it actually take you to make a custom hat for the people to know? There's a lot of folks on here saying, hey, I need my hat, but it's Christmas. And you said you should have been talking to them before. And now it's kind of like, you got a long list of folks you got to do. So how long
Oh,
does it take you to do them?
yeah. Before it used to take me about a week to do a custom hat, because I had a list going. But right now it's like probably about a 3 week wait, if that. Because when I first started doing hats, it used to take me about 3 hours a hat to do it. Because putting the stencils on there used to take a while. I had to get used to how the hat was bent and everything. But now I know how to do that and how to use the stencil paper and all. Now it takes me about I say an hour, 20 minutes to put the stencils on there and paint the hat. So a hat could be done in less than an hour and a half. But it's just like I've been telling everybody, it's my hobby. It's not my full-time job. So I still work, during the day. Then when I get off, then I try to get on them hats and take care of everybody.
That's a great segue. I'm glad you bring that up because I know you shared that with me before, but I think it's kind of taking shape on its own. I was wondering, like, how do you find the time to do that? Because I know you said you have a full-time job, you work during the week. So this is essentially your hobby. And when I went out there and visited you and your brother out there at the 123 bar, I seen you had this big tub of hats already made. Now, you actually go to tailgates at AT&T Stadium and bring hats with you, right?
Yeah, they order them ahead of time. I'm not allowed to sell out there, so I take the ones that they order ahead of time, take out there, sell them to people and all. But that time I had that tub because I was doing that event with West Coast, so I didn't want to go out there with 4 or 5 hats. I wanted to make sure I had variety, so that's why I had that many hats on me at that time. But I do try to do a lot of random hats. That way, if somebody calls me up, say, "Hey, I need a hat," and if I have extra, I got your size. I'll sell it to you right there and then. But if not, like I said, I do some randoms in between here and there. But most of the time, the customs right now, they're taking about 3 weeks. Everybody
That's what's
wants a name on it, which I understand. I got to have my name on it too.
right, right, right. And we got folks watching from Germany here today, man. We're international, as we were talking about. The NFL has divvied up. Hey, Justin, we see you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Give me one share on your timeline. Appreciate you tuning in from Germany there. But the NFL has actually divvied up, this footprint, this global footprint, and our cousins, primos and primas that are down there south of the border. How much business have you gotten for your primos and primas down there? Have folks south of the
Um,
border been ordering some of your hats since you were featured on Telemundo?
I have got some hats from down there, but most of them got family here in the Dallas area. So I end up shipping it to them or meet up with them, give it to them, then they take them down to Mexico with them. But yeah, I got a lot of people in the valley that bought some hats too, and they're like right on the border too.
So aside from south of the border, have you had anybody else outside the country or any other connections that you made?
Um,
Because I know you said you've seen your hat in many an NFL stadium, even from some that you sold years ago. Have you had any go to any other countries as of yet?
as of yet, I haven't sent none to any other country, but hey, if they call me and ask me, I'll figure out a way to mail it out there to them
That's what's
for
up.
sure.
I love the spirit. I love the spirit. As we got Dr. M tuning in with us, she's a mutual friend of ours. She's out there in Compton. She's a big supporter of yours too, as well. So we appreciate you tuning in, Dr. M. We got pretty, a lot of folks here rolling with us. Make sure you guys share this on your timeline. And we're looking for a couple of new supporters today. If you guys don't know what our supporter program is about, we got some cool gifts that we're going to give away. Just let me get a big shout out right quick. Get a quick plug in here. I got this Dak Prescott autograph card. It's got a certificate of authority on there. So check it out. We're at 111 supporters right now. Our goal is to get to 150. And if you're wondering what does that go to, well, these shows are brought to you by our 111 supporters that are out there. And Big Val, I remember when you watched my show, you became a supporter very quickly back in the spring, and you actually donated a hat, and one of our subscribers won. So I really appreciate you getting involved as a supporter as well and donating the product. So what's your plans for today? What do you got planned out there in the Big Apple today while your boots on ground?
Today, we're planning to go to the Empire State Building, and we're going to a little comedy show tonight. Go out there, enjoy the town, go see some lights again, go enjoy ourselves. Have a couple of drinks and all, and not too late because we got that game early tomorrow, so we're gonna be tailgating and all.
Right. And then
And figure
how
out who
far is
the tailgate out there with.
no,
We're
I'm
gonna try
sorry,
to
go ahead.
figure out who the tailgate with, so we'll be out there early in the morning.
Okay. So you're linking up with some Cowboys tailgaters out there?
Yeah, I'm make some calls, see who's out here, and if there's some people I know that are out here tailgating, then we go out there and tailgate. If not, I just pick me up a little 12-pack and just meet some Cowboy fans out there and hang out.
Right on, right on. We got folks already asking, says my supporters like, hey, can we drop his link in the chat? Yes, we will. There will be an article published on Official America's Team today. You guys see it in the background here. You guys see it. Show him your shirt right quick, Big Val. You see he's got the OAT. He's always representing his extended family. I really, truly appreciate that. So go to officialamericas.team.com today. The only website talking about fans like Big Val 365 days a year. Join the mailing list. And when I publish this article today, you guys will get that with the links, and this video will be included also as well. So what do you think about this game against New York as we talk a little bit of football here out there in the Big Apple? What are you hoping to see out there?
I mean, as long as we come out with that W, that's all that matters, you know. But I'm expecting a good game. I mean, New York ain't gonna go down without a fight. Any team in our conference is gonna give us a fight regardless, you know. No matter how bad their record is, they still gonna come out and play us.
Right. Like they always say, everybody who plays the Dallas Cowboys, it's their Super Bowl every week, right?
Yes, sir.
Either you love us or you hate us. And I absolutely love it. So tell me, what are some folks that some recognizable folks that actually have wore your hat out there?
Well, I had made a custom hat for like Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Dorsett. Met Jalen Smith at the Super Bowl weekend in Miami. Ended up giving him one of my personal hats. He still got it. And got Earl Campbell, Too Tall Jones. They all got my hats. And hopefully later on, Dak will have my hat on too, or one of the new players right now. But you know, that's a goal. You know, still working on it.
I know you shared that with me, and we know I can't wait for Dak Prescott to actually get one. I think it's coming very soon. How does that make you feel that some of those folks that are recognizable about people around the world that are wearing your hat?
Oh man, it's something else. You know, I mean, it's just started like a little hobby. You know, just doing something different, and then hey, it just blew up. And for somebody famous like Dak or somebody to wear my hat, hey man, that's something else. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad deal.
I hear you. I hear you. So you guys heard that, you know, his goal, and let's help our cousin reach his goal, is to get Dak Prescott a hat. So I need y'all to share this video out there today. Hopefully, you know, Dak Prescott or somebody in his camp will actually see it. We know the world is not that big after all. We know some folks from the Star tune in over here. So share this on your timelines and let it be known we want to get Dak Prescott a big VAL hat before, you know what I mean, this season has come to a close, which I think, you know, we should have a possibility to clinch the division this week, I think. But I know the Philly and the Washington football game got moved from COVID. Will you tell folks that are coming out there what to expect in terms of COVID? I know you shared some of that info with me about folks coming to New York for the game.
Yeah, if you come down to New York, make sure you have your vaccination card, because you can't go into any restaurant without it. No comedy club, none. If you're gonna be indoors, you got to have that card, because if not, they're gonna make you turn around.
Right. That's great info. I appreciate you sharing that there. Now, you said Jalen Smith. Speaking of which, you know, once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy. Did you hear the news that Jalen Smith actually signed with the practice squad of the Giants yesterday?
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I did.
And I think on Twitter yesterday confirmed that Jalen Smith is probably going to play against the Cowboys because of their depleted COVID roster with what they're dealing with right now. So what's your thoughts on that about a guy who was a Cowboy, once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy? That's our motto here. Shout out to my man, YL. But how does that make you feel now? You got an enemy that's got one of your hats over there.
It's all right. Hey, it's love for everybody. I mean, he still got that Cowboy hat. It's not a Giants hat, so it's all good.
Right.
But,
We got
hey,
DJ Kai here. We got a mutual friend. I know you know DJ Kai from One Star One Family. He's tuning in, and you know, big shout out. I didn't give a big shout out to Lady Vice for that intro here. You guys heard that song coming in. We got to keep it football. That's going to be our opening song for the remainder of the shows here. That way everybody knows that, you know, we're all about all football teams here. Primarily, we're about the Dallas Cowboys, but, you know, there's going to be folks out there tailgating. I know you run into fans of different teams. What are some other teams' hats that you've made for like some of the other NFL teams or NBA teams or MLB teams?
Well, I did plenty of other teams already, like Pittsburgh, New England. I did Tampa Bay, Green Bay, 49ers, Raiders hat. So, I mean, if there's a team out there you want me to make, I'll make it. I did high school too, so college. So it don't matter. If I could vectorize it and put it on a stencil, I could put it on a hat.
That's what's up. So about how many orders do you got right now? I know it's the holiday season and you're very busy. So about how many hats you still got to make? Can you put a number on it? I know you said a lot.
Yeah, right. Like right now, custom hats, I got probably, I would say about 35, 40 custom hats I got to do. So when that's after this little small vacation, I'll be back on it as soon as I get back to Dallas on Monday. That's for
Man.
sure.
So between work and your hats, I mean, do you have time to do anything else at all?
Well, I get to drink every now and then, a little sip while I make the hats. But no, I get off work and, as soon as I get off work, I head to the house and I'm back on it again, because I have like I said, my sister and my girl's daughter working on the hats. So I get home, they're like, "Hey, I got 5 hats for you. I got another 5 hats for you." So, they got them hats ready for me. So I just got to get to spraying. And like the other day, I sprayed about 15 hats. It took me about 5.5 hours. So, if I get off of work at 5, get home at 6, and another 5.5 hours, that's 11:30 by the time I get done. Just got time to take a shower, go to sleep, and get back up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go back at it.
Man, the life as a fan-based creator, man, I absolutely love it. I know you're busy, it's your passion, but has it consumed you to the point yet where you're like, man, I'm tired of doing hats, or is it still fun for you at this point?
No, it's still fun for me because every hat is different. No hat's the same. I try to make them the same when they ask for the custom hats. Like Lady Vice don't put hers out there with the song, so I got about 5 young ladies want that same hat with their name on it. So those hats I'm working on right now too as well, and I'm glad they're being patient with me. But it is what it is. I love to do it, so I'm not gonna stop.
I hear you. Now, with that being said, I know you're going to have some folks that just feel they can pay their way out of there. What are one of the craziest scenarios you've seen where somebody absolutely had to have a hat, like right now, make you drop what you're doing and you had to get it done? Do you have a particular scenario you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I have one guy that has told me, it's like, "Hey, bro, I need a hat with my name on the bottom. Hey, I need to make it happen. How much is it gonna cost me?" I said, "And I got so many hats I gotta do right now. I gotta put you on the list." He said, "I'll give you $200. Yeah, I may have by the weekend." I said, "Bet, I got you."
So cash is still king. Is that right? Is that
Oh,
what I
yeah,
hear you saying?
yes, sir. I mean,
That's
there's some people that really want them, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But like I always tell everybody, just be patient with me. I'm gonna get to you, and it's like I said, it's it's second job now because it keeps me busy. But I'm gonna try my best to get them out there and give everybody the hats.
definitely. Now we got Brandon King Sharon is on the line with us. I know you guys hooked up at the King Tortas event, which was absolutely awesome. Will you tell everybody a little bit about the 123 Club and kind of what you guys are doing out there? I seen you guys put that event together. Y'all had some merch out there. I know there was a watch party and all of the cars pulled up like Galen's original 88. We seen Captain America, the vehicle out there, and we also seen the big truck on 4x4s. Can you talk a little bit about the club and what you guys are doing out there? Because I know it's more than just cars.
Yeah, we have a car club. It's called the Cowboys Life Family, and we're not just a car club. We also tailgaters. So with the whole COVID thing, it kind of slowed down, but we're starting to pick back up on it, tailgate some more. We're gonna bring our cars back out there. Hopefully next year, start doing some more car shows. And we're not that type that we won't let you get in our cars taking pictures because they see this cowboy car and they're like, "Hey, I want to take a picture with it." We're like, "Yeah, well, go ahead, as long as you respect it." So sit in and take a picture, do what you do. But when we tailgating, we bring our cars out there too. We let the fans take pictures with them and all because we're just fans like everybody else. We're just blessed to have this, and we got the cars, the hats. We show love to everybody. So they come out there to Lot 11. You want to hang out, just come out there, hang out, have a good time.
I'm glad you bring that up because that's right next to the lot that I love to promote, which is lot 10. So shout out to them hard hitters that may be tuning in today, but you guys are right there in lot 11. I know we were there at the home opener game there together, but going back to your cars, I think the cars have actually been a product of your hats too as well, because you said when you started out those cars, y'all were doing stencils on the cars and then it graduated to paint. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that's how I started too. Like I got an '06 Mustang. My Mustang was yellow. So I started off just putting black stencils on it. So everybody's like, "Why black and yellow?" I said, "Well, I bought the car yellow." So, I just started putting black stencils on it. And then there was some people, gave us a hard time talking about y'all the stencil club and all. So the following year, we came out with paint on our cars. I put the candy paint job on my Mustang. Then my brother did his Tahoe, brother-in-law did his truck. But it was what it was, and then we end up doing what we're doing. So we're now Cowboy Life Family. We're still doing the same thing. We're repping the boys everywhere we go. And some of these cars, they're our daily drivers. We don't just put them up. We drive them every day.
I see that. It's actually a way of life out there. And I love that because You know, you showed me some good old Southern hospitality when I came out there for the home opener. You know, you invited me over there to the bar. We had a good time. You had an unlimited supply of Dr. Pepper for me. So I really appreciate that. And I got to see some of those vehicles firsthand and meet your brother. A lot of folks don't know your brother is the guy that actually has the tattoo of Dak and Zeke on his chest that went viral back in 16. But when did you guys start as a club? Can you share that a little bit?
Well, we actually started off together. We as a it used to be Cowboys Life, which was the first how we started, but we had some differences, so the club kind of split up. So we're now Cowboy Life Family. Brothers still stick together now, and we just do what we do. We represent everywhere we go. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a little hobby. During football season, we do this year round.
I hear you. And I like to always say, folks have heard me say this before, there's about probably 10 to 20 folks in the fan base that are responsible for all of this cultural creations that we're seeing out there when it comes to like the cars and the clubs and the hats and the things like that. And I believe you and your brother are right there at the very forefront, probably the top 5 folks that are actually responsible for all this Cowboy fan base madness that's out there. So how does that make you feel that you guys' culture, just your love for the game, in general, the way that y'all display it, how does that make you feel out there knowing that you guys are responsible for a lot of this cultural madness among the Cowboy fan base?
I mean, to us is like something natural, just something normal. We don't get big headed about it or anything. We just love our Cowboys and we just do what we do. If somebody wants to do what we're doing, then hey, more power to you. I'm not gonna hate on you for doing it. You want to go out there, deck your car out. Yeah, more power to you. You're showing love to the Cowboys, just like us. And it's not like we're not gonna hate on you for doing it. Hey, the more the merrier. Show your love for the Cowboys. Do what you do.
I love that about y'all because y'all are so open and welcome. You know what I mean? That made me feel special when you invited me out there. I know West Coast was invited too, but he missed out. You missed out, big dog. But I appreciate the love that you showed. And I look forward to hooking up with you again. Now, if somebody wanted to order a hat today who may watch this for the first time, how would you direct folks to get with you in order to put an order? Now, they got to understand, you folks got to understand he's got a lot of hats to do. But if somebody wanted to order one after watching this show today, how could they do that?
Well, if they want to order a hat, they could just hit me up on Facebook or Messenger and let me know what they want. I mean, if they want a custom hat, just screenshot one of the hats I got, tell me what you want on it, and send me a message. If not, if you want one of the ones I have now, just hit me up, tell me what you got available. I'll send you pictures, the size, and if that's something you want. If you're in the Dallas area, I'll meet you up. I'll meet up with you and hand it to you. But if you're like out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there's $25 shipping on top of it. So if there's a hat you want, hey, I can mail it out to you next day, but you got to wait till after Monday because I'm in New York.
Right. I appreciate you sharing that. So how much are the hats that you've already made versus the hats that are custom? Could you share those prices very quickly?
I keep it all the same price because I'm not going to be going back and forth. I told this person that price, this person that price. I keep them all at Cowboy hats $100, the round little cabana hat 75 and 25 for shipping. So I just keep it simple. I'm not trying to make a whole bunch off of it, just keep it simple and keep me from having a headache. I gave this person that price, this person that price. So just 100 for the Cowboy hats, custom or not, and 75 for the cabanas.
Yeah, I know. I had been following your car club all the way back. The first photo I seen of these hats, and I was absolutely fascinated, was I believe your club traveled down to Atlanta for a game. Now, you guys travel. Y'all recently traveled all the way up to Kansas City. I've seen the big bus y'all got there now. You know what I mean? Are you guys planning on traveling? I know you're there, boots on ground in New York, but are your club planning to travel to any other games the rest of this season, or are y'all going to be having functions out there at the tailgate at the home games? Can you share a little bit about that?
We are trying to tailgate at every game, and the games we go out of town is just we get together tailgating, and we're like, hey, let's go to this game. It was drivable, so like Galen, he went out to New Orleans as well. He was out there representing with Buzz. He went to Kansas City, and if it's a game that's not too far from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we get together, we all ride together, and we just do what we do.
I absolutely love that, man.
We traveled like that game to Atlanta that we went to that one year. We went in separate cars. Some of us flew down there, but we have people in Atlanta. We got people in Miami. So if they come to Dallas, we try to go out there to them too. Have a good time.
Yeah, truth be told, shout out to Star Status, Cowboy Kev. He's out there, boots on ground in New York too as well. The president of Star Status Cowboys Connection. I know he showed you guys his club love one year in terms of recognition. He's also showed me some love too as well, covering them. But it was that trip that you guys took to Atlanta when I first noticed these hats, and I was just fascinated. I said, man, I got to get one. And then I hit you up on Facebook, but I didn't know you actually customized hats at that point, because once I bought this hat and you asked me like, what do you want? And I was like, give me the Cowboy Joe hat, because I'm real big on Cowboy Joe. And then I seen a lot of folks, I introduced this to my supporters on Patreon and then also my Facebook supporters. And then it seemed like everybody started buying them. But then I seen my boy West Coast had his own customized hat. And I was like, man, I really missed out. So what's the craziest customized hat that you've done to date before we get out of here?
Man, one of the craziest custom hats I did was went to this guy in Oklahoma. He wanted the Zumba print. So I did the Cowboy logos on it. Once I was done with it, he wanted that Zumba print, which was all blue and white lines everywhere, blue, white, and gray. So he was out there in Minnesota. He's like, I need this hat from Minnesota. I said, bet, I'm going to be in Minnesota too. And that's when I had that black and orange hat on. And people give me a grief about it, like, why black and orange? You Cowboy. It's like, it's Halloween night. Why else? So I was just all decked out in black and orange. But I think that was one of my craziest hats I did, where it was that Zumba print, because after I put all the logos on there, I had to go back and do all the silver and the blue lines with it. And it actually came out nice. I was like, at first I had all the stencils on there. I'm like, I don't know about this. But, once I take all the stencils off and then I look at it, I'm like, man, this came out dope.
Man, I absolutely love that. I seen you in that black and orange getup, and I automatically got it. Like, because I remember you telling me when we were at the bar out there together, you said, yeah, I'm going to Minnesota. You were trying to figure out what games, we might link up at again next. And then when I seen you in that black and orange, I said, man, this guy knows how to market. I mean, you really, not that you meant to do that, but your passion and the attention to detail you put in, I absolutely got it right off the bat. So, are there any shout outs that you want to give to some family or friends here today before we get off the show? I love having you here, and you're spending time with us. Who would you like to give some shout outs here today before we get out of here?
No, just give a shout out to all the Cowboy fans out there, represent, get loud at every game you go to, regardless in Dallas, New York, Chicago, it don't matter. Just go out there, root for them boys, and give it all you got.
Love it, love it, love it. And lastly, boots on ground. What does boots on ground mean to you when you hear that?
Boots on ground to me is like, I see that more like a military thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you promote that boots on ground, that one game, it was a military month. That's why I did them custom boots and put the Cowboys on them. Did what I did. But every game that I go to, I try to do a little different outfit, because I do my own gear. So I try to do something different every time. But I mean, boots on ground to me just means you out there, you representing, and represent it well.
You're right. You're right. It does come from a military background, but when you're a Cowboy, you got to have your Cowboy boots. And most importantly, you got to have your Big Val Cowboy hat to match. Y'all been watching your favorite Cowboy cousin with my man, Big Val, AKA Valentin Robles. But, y'all know he's my hat plug. So y'all met my hat plug here today. I appreciate your time out there. Have fun in the Big Apple. We are going to get out of here, baby. We'll see y'all on the next show of Cowboy Cousins. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you become a supporter if you want to get your chance to win this autograph Dak Prescott card. Y'all know what it is, baby. Stay tuned, and also keep it football. We'll see y'all on the next episode of Cowboy Cousins Live.
Damn, Jacob, this shit crack.
Tailgate jumping. Bills from Buffalo, I bet they loving this heat. Panthers from the Carolinas, Bengals, Cincinnati. Dog pound in the house, repping Cleveland, Ohio. Denver on the scene, and they repping them Broncos. The weather beautiful, it ain't a cloud in the sky. I see them Lions, Titans, and Bears, oh my.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
Green Bay tailgating, yelling go pack go. LA Rams, LA Chargers, Indianapolis Colts. Kansas City celebrating like it's still Super Bowl. Houston, Texas came deep and fired up. up the grill. Briskets, baby back, this shit just got real. Jacksonville Raider fans, all love, no hating. Miami Dolphins, Minnesota, New England Patriots. This is epic, all teams 32 tailgating.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and all.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and all.
But not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
New York came through, both Giants and Jets. Trash talking done started, both sides placing bets. New Orleans Saints set up shop like we on Bourbon Street. It's so nice to see the Washington football team. Philadelphia Eagles came through with the game. 49ers showing out, representing the Bay. Police showed up to make sure we was straight. They gave us love and respect, and we made them play. Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the AFC, the NFC, man, they all up in here. Black and yellow on repeat from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies shaking pom-poms, tailgating cheerleaders. The DJ on 5 playing all the hits, man. Everyone here, this tailgate mad lit. Dallas Cowboys showed up and they was deep as flow. They was chatting, dancing.